Urbanization remains a major developmental challenge, exerting awesome pressure on social, economic, and environmental sustainability. Urbanization is associated with natural population growth, rural-urban migration, convergence in rural and urban lifestyles, and the economic and political processes associated with globalization.
We really need to brace up for more challenges because the climate, if you look at climate projections for Nigeria, says we're going to continue to have more rains, what they call it, in the coastal area, whereas in the upper area in the savannah, you're likely going to have less rain. What that means is likely going to have more intense storm. As you could see, even one big challenge, one big pattern we've seen is that you tend to have this rain concentrated over a very short period. In essence, you have heavy rainfall concentrated over a short period, and that means increased intensity of flooding. And compare that, if you combine that with our natural way of doing things, we sit all the canals with deaths and debris and what have you, and we've converted the wetlands and removed them. We have to brace up for the challenge. That's what it means. It means there is so much challenge up, for the government, for the people in the years to come.
Millennium Ecosystem Assessment in 2005 states that the degradation and loss of inland wetlands and species has been driven by infrastructure development such as dikes and levees, land conversion, water withdrawals, and pollution. The loss and degradation of wetlands has resulted in the increased risk from coastal storms and tidal surges, leading in most cases to unintended consequences for both human and natural systems. Urbanization impacts wetlands directly or indirectly. Reports say direct effects may include habitat loss, suspended solids additions, hydrologic changes, and altered water quality.
Wetlands are supposed to help us purify our water, to take pollutants away from this water. So without them, that function is not being done. So all these pollutants will get into the lagoon like that and pollute our lagoon.
While indirect impacts include changes in hydrology, eutrophication, and sedimentation.
The problem from wetland stem out of lack of adequate conservation education. People are not aware. Something there to what you don't know. If the use of something is not known, that abuse is inevitable. So what we need to do is that we need to create more awareness. People need to get involved. All stakeholders need to be involved in the utilization of this and the importance of wetland. It is when we understand it, it is then that it can be fully utilized. And I think what the government can do is that we have to pump more resources into awareness, creation of awareness, and also in education, in enlightenment, and also creating a public enlightenment on the importance of wetland. We need to make people to know why wetlands are necessary for conservation. And what we need to do is that we need to change for the attitude. It's not just enough to do campaign about wetland. We also need to change the attitude of people. The attitude, the campaign needs to be aggressive, it needs to be continuous, and it needs to be consistent.
It is the opinion of the experts that activities of developers must be monitored and enabling laws implemented, while state authorities are to be up and doing to ensure the remaining wetlands in the city are not being further encroached upon.
The loss and degradation of wetlands have resulted in increased risks from coastal storms and tidal surges, leading to unintended consequences for both human and natural systems. So let us all stop the assumption that wetlands are wastelands. That's our program for the week. Thank you for being a part of it. We hope to be back with you next week. But our inbox Earthfile at channelstv.com is always available. From the production crew here in Lagos, it's bye for now.